Court is calling 2022 CR 6560, State of Texas versus John Henry Cavazos. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
for the defense? All right, and are you Mr. Cavazos?
Sure.
All right, you entered a plea of guilty on September 6th. According to the plea bargaining agreement, the state is proceeding on paragraph B. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 15 years. The state is opposing your applications, and they're taking several cases into consideration. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes.
All right, any objections, state?
No objection to PSI.
Defense?
No, no.
Any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor, just one.
All right, bring them forward.
State House Michael Martinez.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. State?
Mr. Martinez, how do you know the defendant in this case?
Okay, can you make sure you speak up so I can hear?
You're gonna have to repeat all of that.
Sorry, my voice is doing this so that so this is cool.
Okay.
I know him by the neighbor. He wasn't my neighbor's boyfriend. We didn't pay attention to the pics. He had burglarizer on. We found the camera.
And when did this occur?
December 19th.
And what did you burgle? What did you take?
PS4, V4 presents, and then our big flat screen TV.
And were any of these items meant as gifts for Christmas?
Pardon?
Were any of these items supposed to be gifts for Christmas?
Yes.
And when you found out that he had entered your home, what did you do?
I got home and lowered the TV against me. From there, I called the cops.
Did you end up staying at that home? After
Go to
that?
Mr. Hiller. Thank you.
No.
Where did you end up staying?
And I think that was staying at my sister's house.
Why were you having to stay there?
Well, protecting my kids and they did that.
How many people reside in your home?
4.
Who are they?
Oh, my wife, me, and my 2 kids, my daughters.
How old are they?
9 and 11.
How did this affect your family that Christmas?
Oh, I'm the first. Very degrees.
And has it still affected them to this day? Questions?
No questions.
All right, thank you so much for coming in. All right, any other witnesses?
No.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, I called the wife.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. Defense?
Can you please state how you know my client and how long you have known him, in what capacity?
I've known him for about 8.5
Okay, so everyone needs to speak up so the court reporter can hear.
I've known him about 1.5 years already.
And who are you to him?
Uh,
And at this point, do you know what he's charged with, the various charges?
burglary,
And do you know some other charges as well that were taken part of the plea bargain? Do you know anything about his past?
he set it up against him.
Okay. Do you know anything about his substance abuse issues? Does he need outpatient treatment? Does he inpatient treatment, if you know?
No.
And at this point, do you know that this court is about to decide between probation and between prison up to maybe 15 years? What are your wishes?
For him to come out
And stay where?
with me.
And is anyone in your household on felony probation? Has a felony passed? So you both would have to ask the court for permission to stay with each other?
Yeah.
And what are you on probation for?
Drug possession with intent to deliver.
Out of what court? And at this point, who else lives in the household?
Just me and my 12-year-old.
I can't even hear. You and who else lives there?
Me and my 12-year-old.
All right, thank you.
And if given a chance with probation, Do you know whether he ever was on probation?
Not that I know.
How long have you been on probation?
It's 2018.
Okay, so you have been doing good on probation? And you don't think that he may be a danger to your success on probation?
No.
Okay, and does he have any kind of job prospect that you know?
No.
Okay, but do you think he's going to find a job? In the last year that you knew him, did he ever work legally?
I here and there.
You know, in the last year, he picked up various felonies. Why do you think this court should trust him now not to pick up any more felonies?
The thing with that is that I'm allowing him to come with me so I can help him out. Like, I want him to do better. And I know he can if he with me.
And are you aware that he has another 4 children to provide for? And do you know whether he has been providing last year in addition to your child for his children as well? Has he?
For a baby, yes.
And what about his other 3 children?
I don't know. It's never-
Okay, I pass the witness.
Just a few questions. So you were been dating him for about a year and a half, right? You're aware that this offense occurred in December of 2021,
Yes.
and it was alleged that he committed it with a woman by the name of April Zuniga. Are you aware of that?
No.
Do you know who April Zuniga is? Ask him.
All right, I have a question if there's no objection.
No objection from the state?
All right, so you have a 12-year-old at your home and you are currently on probation?
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. Just 1 second. All right, so let me ask you this. You have a 12-year-old at your home. All right, have you looked at his criminal history? So why do you think he has a burglary of a vehicle from 2010. Why do you think he would be a good influence on your 12-year-old?
I don't see any of it. But
Well, do you know that he has an assault bodily injury married that he did time for? I'm sorry? All right. And he has a robbery case that he did 5 years for. Did you know that? That he had an aggravated robbery case that was dismissed. Did you know that? That he had felon in possession of a firearm. Did you know that? That he had an assault family second that he was on bond for, and then he picked up violations for that being on bond for assault. Did you know that he had a tampering with the government record from 2020 and he was sentenced to 8 months in the state jail facility?
No.
All right. And you know he has a burglary of a habitation right now where he went into someone's house. Did you know that? So my question for you is, why would you have someone in your home around your 12-year-old daughter and it appears you know absolutely nothing about him? That's my question.
I think it's changed.
Based upon what? What has he done to show you that he's changed? He's been at the Bexar County Jail.
I talk to him every day. We talk about what we're gonna do, how we're gonna improve.
Mm-hmm. And does your 12-year-old met him? So have you even inquired of her whether or not she wants this stranger living with you all?
Yeah, she talks some here and there.
What does that mean? She talks to him here and there.
Like, she picks up my phone and they'll talk here and there.
So you're letting your 12-year-old speak to someone at the Bexar County Jail and you don't even know his criminal history. Any other questions?
Nothing else? No.
All right. Thank you. And probation?
Yes, Your
With regards to that witness who just testified who's on probation out at this court, I want her name. I want to make sure that somebody's visiting her and making sure that her 12-year-old is protected from her making decisions with people she know nothing about.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there any argument?
Yes, Your Honor, brief argument. So from the defendant's criminal history, he's been put on probation for a misdemeanor case at least 5 times in the last decade. Each one of them ended in revocation. He's also been put on felony supervision twice within the last 10 years. Again, both times were revoked. He was sent to either the state jail facilities or the TTC. Again, he's already been convicted of robbery previously. This is an escalation now, where now it's not just people that are random or that he had no idea who they were. These were someone that were his girlfriend's neighbors. He knew who they were. He targeted them specifically. Again, the state's asking for you to follow the agreement, go to the maximum of the cap, and since the defendant for 15 years CDC.
Defense.
Respectfully, as documented in the PSI report, he does have at the time of the various offenses that we are here for, he did have a lot of meth and a lot of other substances in his body. And I'm not making excuses, obviously, but maybe he was looking for help. And at this point, obviously he didn't get help before. Why do we continue the cycle? Send him away and he comes out, nothing happens.
Okay.
Why not even take him?
All right, Mr. Cavazos, I'm gonna help you stop the cycle, okay? I'm finding you guilty. I'm taking in consideration 2020 CR 6690, 2022 CR 6691. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent, sentencing you to 15 years in the prison, giving you credit for any time served. I'll ask for the therapeutic community that will help you with any drug issues you may have. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
No.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Probate.
Let's get the facts straight. She loves a verbal ashtray. Never blowing smoke when she gets pissed. She's quick to castrate. Love her on a good day, love her on a bad day. Either way, she's here to stay.